Hello everyone and welcome to this brand new channel. My name is Michaela and I've just created a new booktube channel and I'm super excited. I have no idea what I'm doing but let me introduce myself and then I will answer a few questions that will give you a better idea of what you can expect from this channel and from myself. So my name, as I said, is Michaela. I live in Switzerland. I'm 25 years old and I've had a booktube channel in French for years, around 8 years if I'm correct. And I've wanted to create this English-speaking booktube channel for years. For 3 years I've been debating with myself, should I do one, start a new, will there be people, will my English be good enough for people to be able to understand what I'm saying, get the point and so on. So here I am. I decided to finally try and let's see what happened from there. So let's start with why have I decided to start this new channel in English. Well, the main reason is that I read in English only for now 5 years and I love reading in English. Now it's almost a bit weird to read in French and for some reasons I just keep reading in English. I'm not that much interested in French literature, be it fantasy or sci-fi anymore. So I'm just very focused on English, and also because I've been watching a lot of booktubers whose native language isn't English and they do it just fine, and I was like, why not me? I should try, and here I am. Now, why do I love reading so much? The main reason why I read is for pure escapism. I love the worlds that fantasy and sci-fi provides, the adventures, the quests, and that's just the main reason why I read. Sometimes, however, I'm looking for something specific. I'm like, I want a new perspective. I want to explore a new world that would give me insights on how to kind of approach our own. Like, I also read some non-fictions just for that, because I want to somehow educate myself, but through fantasy. Is that even possible? I guess yes. It just really depends. Sometimes I just want to get my nose in the story and never come back to a reality, and sometimes I want to see the reality through another lens. And that's why I read mainly. I also read because I want to connect with characters, get their point of view, get their story, try to understand where they are coming from and where they are going from there. So next question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to booktube? Not really fun, or maybe I will bring my French accent if I do have one. I'm trying my best to avoid it, but maybe you can hear a bit of a French. Because in Switzerland we speak officially 4 languages. We have French, German, Italian, and Romansh, which is kind of very limited to a certain part of Switzerland, but I'm from the French-speaking part. My German is almost inexistent, even though I moved into German-speaking part of Switzerland a few weeks ago, so I might try to bring my German back, and Italian, no, just like the basics. So, French accent. Or is there even a Swiss accent? Is that even possible? You tell me. And as for something unique, I'm not sure it's that unusual anymore, because there's a lot of videos of people annotating and cracking the spine and dog-earing pages, and I do that with so much joy. I love cracking the spine, as you might see behind me. I mainly buy paperbacks, like mass market paperbacks, just for cracking the spine because it's so good. I love basically destroying my books. Okay, so now let's go to the main and the most interesting question, I guess. It's, what kinds of books do you like to read? And I mainly read high or epic fantasy. Sometimes I also enjoy old school fantasy, sometimes some sci-fi, and I also have an interest for Gothic literature, even though I don't read that much Gothic novels anymore, but might coming back. It's a mood, you know. That's the 3 main genres I would read and would present on this channel. And I also, as I said, enjoy character-driven narratives, complex and interesting world buildings, and that's very specific, but I really enjoy like overly descriptive narratives and very atmospheric settings, and that's how I would describe my reading tastes. Now, if I give you some examples of my favorite books, maybe you can get even a better idea of what I like. So the first book, and this is actually a series, this is my favorite ever series, and this is The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. This one is the first book, The Eye of the World. I read this series like 2 or 2.5 years back now, and that's a very good example of what I like in books. And this is also like the book that really got me into fantasy, and the pure escapism, the adventure, the quests, the high stakes and everything. That do it for me. So The Wheel of Time. Then I also am a big fan of The Name of the Wind, so the Kingkiller Chronicles by Patrick Rothfuss. I'm sorry, I'm 8 years of booktube and I still cannot hold a book, so you can see it. Again, the characters, the universe, the world building, the university, the setting, the description, the writing, just everything I like in this book. Book 2, not as much as book 1, but I would read anything by Patrick Rothfuss. Then, series that you might not have seen that much, but this is still one of my favorite series ever. I would say the same level as Wheel of Time. This is the Song of the Shattered Sands by Bradley P. Beaulieu, and the first book is 12 Kings and Cherokee. And I've got the chance to interview twice actually Bradley P. Beaulieu, and he's a very nice person, and these books deserve so much love. I mean, this is amazing. The setting is just so perfectly described. It just got me the feeling of being in a desert and just having the sand on my skin. The characters are very emotional, very sensitive. You don't ever know what they're gonna do after, because they have a hot-tempered character personality, and they just really influence the plot. That's something that I'm also looking for in books, is that characters that actually give the direction, the sense of a story, instead of having the characters just being an excuse to tell a story. I just really want the characters to be their own master and feel like they are doing the decision that will influence the story instead of the opposite, if that makes sense. Then I also am a big fan of the First Flow trilogy by Robert Crombie. I haven't read the second trilogy yet. I'm currently reading the standalones. I've read Best Served Cold so far, and I'm planning on continuing, obviously, and hopefully get more of these characters that are morally grey and very much interesting to follow. And finally, another series that I'm currently enjoying, since I haven't yet, well, it's not finished anyway, but I'm not up to date, and this is the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. So I've read book 2, I have to read Oathbringer and Rhythm of War, but I've read some other Sanderson books. I've read Elantris and the Mistborn trilogy, and I think that's it. So I still have a good way to go to read all the other Sanderson's books. And to conclude, what can you expect from my channel? Well, you can expect updates of what I'm reading. It might take the form of like weekly updates, or just updates when I finish enough books, monthly wrap-ups, for example. I used to do a lot of reading vlogs on my French channel. I'm just not sure if I am there yet with my English and my spontaneous spontaneity. And this requires a bit more of a like just chit-chat, so I don't know if I'm able to do that yet, since I'm very much structuring my videos for now, so I can kind of prepare what I'm going to say. Well, just let me know if there's any interest, I will do it. And also, as I said, I'm a mood content creator, so I might just get some things up, and we'll see what you think about it. So nothing is set in stone, and we'll see where the mood brings us. But anyway, I'm just super happy to be part of the English-speaking booktube community, whatever it's called, because it's very international, and that's not only like people from English-speaking countries that are actually watching these videos, but maybe like some other country that doesn't necessarily speak English. And if you don't mind, I would really love to know where you are from. So you can write a comment with, I don't know, the flag of your country or anything, just for me to see where this channel is going to bring me, because so far it was mainly France, because French, and Belgium and Switzerland, and let's see where we're going to travel to. But anyway, you can follow me here on this channel. Just subscribe if you think you're gonna like the content that's coming like very soon. And yeah, I do have also an Instagram page, a Twitter page, I even have a Discord, but everything so far is in French. I mean, Instagram I usually post in English if I'm doing book review or interacting with the other Instagrammers or bookstagrammers or booktubers or authors. And anyway, I can definitely switch to English as well. I'm just waiting to see how this video is going to respond, to see if it's worth it to change all my Instagrams and everything to French, English, maybe just do a mix. Everything is down below in the description. Have a good day, night, week, and I'll see you next time. Bye!